So tell us about MORAI.
So MORAI we're a simulation service provider. What we do is we provide testing solutions and simulation solutions so that autonomous driving companies or the engineers and software developers that work for them can validate and test their solutions to see if they work perfectly under intended conditions.
So how come you're taking the testing simulations virtual? Is it to save money for the vendors? How is it working for you guys?
So there's usually three positives that we consider. Usually it's all about safety, it's all about costs, it's about efficiency. Because we provide a testing space within a 3D virtual environment, engineers can test all the different types of edge cases, all the dangerous scenarios that they can think of without being exposed to causing potential accidents on the real roads. So it makes everything faster, makes everything cheaper, makes everything much more efficient.
What inspired you guys to start the brand?
So it kind of goes back to the story of our founders. They used to develop autonomous vehicles themselves and were in a car once, and I think they were speeding around 100 kilometers per hour and almost got into an accident when the AI they were developing tried to drive the car into a guardrail. And that's when they decided they needed a simulation solution that was much more safer than having actual engineers drive around at high speeds on tracks. So that's how everything started.
So Hyunjin, you guys are based in Korea, right?
Yes.
What brings you to Singapore for ATxSG?
So Singapore has a long storied history for autonomous driving. It's been one of the first places where autonomous driving managed to successfully, researchers managed to successfully prove that autonomous driving was feasible. There's a very large science and research base here, and we know that there's a market for Singapore, and it can be also a sort of hub for further expansion into Southeast Asia. So we view Singapore as a very important market and a very important place to find potential partners, very potential valuable research partners that we can work with.
And so APAC is massive for autonomous vehicles. China, Korea are the largest developers, Japan as well. Where do you see the market in a year or so time?
In our mind, autonomous driving is still a long way away, but we believe that we can be one of the stepping stones in order to accelerate the adoption and the overall trust that the average public has towards autonomous driving, because using MORAI simulation solutions, a lot of these autonomous driving companies can show that their products can be safe under any type of condition, any type of variable. So we believe the market's still going to grow. Autonomous driving is here to stay, but we need better testing and better simulation solutions to make sure that everything gets here faster.
Finally, what can we expect from you guys in the near future? What can we look to learn?
So currently we're working with a large number of different partners who are either established or rising in the simulation field. We have a number of co-simulation solutions coming out, and if you're interested in simulation or autonomous driving in general, please be on the lookout, and we'll be out with a couple of new products this year and next year.